Hello, welcome back. I'm Mrs. Lambert. Today we are going to expand our understanding of linear equations by learning how to recognize them when they are in a different format than we are used to. You don't need any extra materials today, so let's get started. Some linear equations may not look like linear equations at first glance. Here's an example. What do we call this kind of problem? If you said a proportion, you are right. How do we solve proportions? If you're thinking we cross multiply, you are exactly right. We cross multiply because of the theorem given rational numbers a, b, c, and d so that b is not equal to 0 and d is not equal to 0. The property states if the fraction a divided by b equals the fraction c divided by d, then AD equals BC. To find the value of x, we can multiply each numerator by the other fraction's denominator. So, in this example, x multiplied by 12 is 12x, which equals 6 multiplied by 5. It should be more obvious now that we have a linear equation. We can now solve using the properties of equality. 6 multiplied by 5 is 30, so 12x equals 30. Next, we multiply both sides of the equation by the reciprocal of 12, 1/12, to find that x is equal to 30/12, which we can simplify to x equals 5/2. In this lesson, our work will be similar, but the numerator and or the denominator of the proportional fractions may contain more than one term. However, the way we solve these kinds of problems will remain the same. Given a linear equation in disguise, we will try to solve it. To do so, we must first assume that the fraction x minus 1 divided by 2 equals the fraction x plus 1/3 divided by 4 is true for some number x. We want to make this equation look like the linear equations we are used to. For that reason, we will cross multiply the denominator of the first fraction by the numerator of the second, and the denominator of the second fraction by the numerator of the first, which gives us 2 multiplied by the quantity x plus 1/3 equals 4 multiplied by the quantity x minus 1. Is this a linear equation? How do you know? Yes, this is a linear equation because the expressions on the left and right of the equal sign are linear expressions. Remember that linear expressions are constants, or the product of a constant and a variable with an exponent of 1. I want you to notice the expressions that contained more than one term were put into parentheses. One reason we do this is so that we do not make a mistake and forget to use the distributive property.